Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. No, that never gets old. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. It's an honor to stand before you today, but forgive me if I take a little bit of a very brief trip down memory lane. The first LGBT organizing event I attended was in 1975. Aisha wasn't even born then. I am excited by her passion, and I'm also really inspired by what I know she wants to go out to do as she moves her activism in a different direction and to a different level. But I knew in 1975, when I started organizing in the LGBT community, that the route to power that I wanted to take was through the political process. Not for me back then. I supported other candidates. It took me a long time to decide that I could be a candidate myself and actually do the things that I had tried to do vicariously through other people, mostly through straight allies back then. But in 1975, if you attended an event, you wouldn't have been an event this big or this nice, but if you attended an LGBT event in a public place, what is the first thing you did? You checked where the exits were in case you had to flee. You looked to see who was lingering around outside in case they were a threat. You were terrified of the police, and you felt targeted for discrimination everywhere you went. We have come a very long way. But too many of us still have to fear all of those things. We celebrate milestones. My race was one. But when you are checking off milestones, it means you have not reached the end of the journey. And we don't reach the end of this journey until all those fears are swept away, until all of our communities across the United States, across cultures, across ethnicities, every one of us has an equal opportunity to succeed. We've come a long way, but elections matter. And they are actively trying to ban transgender soldiers. We are fighting so-called Religious Freedom Restoration Act, or RFRA bills, across the United States. Bathroom bills in good old Texas and other places. There's even a Texas Supreme Court case with my name on it, Pigeon versus Parker. And what that says is that, okay, the Supreme Court of the United States may have mandated marriage, but nobody should have benefits. They sued me because I offered benefits to city employees under an equal marriage statute. This is why our work is still relevant. This is why we have to continue to do everything we can to put people in office, to put a stop to this nonsense. I firmly believe that none of us are special. Although some of you are a little bit special. But none of us are special. But every one of us in this room is important. No one of us can change the world. But every one of us here is working together to change the world. We are getting it done, and we will continue to get it done. I have been inserted into the program, and you have a great panel of speakers coming up. But I want you to understand that because my remarks are brief today, doesn't mean that I don't have a long-term vision for this organization, doesn't mean that I don't intend to work closely and completely with the board to execute on their plans and mine, and it doesn't mean that I don't understand that every one of us has a role to play and that we are not going to step away, backslide, or forget that all of us have to move forward together. Thank you very much.